What is up, guys? I feel like this is something I have to talk about because we got a huge announcement for the Unite esports scene, and it's just a good sign for the future of this game. Pokemon Unite announced a Asia Champions League, which a lot of prize pool, a tournament league with weekly games played all on draft. So it's going to be entire league, entire tournament played with draft. I will explain and go over it, how it looks like, and because there's a lot of things to unwrap right here. First off, it's only Asia, sadly. We sadly have nothing for Europe and North America yet, which is quite sad, but this is already a good start, or good step into the future of Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Unite esports at the same time. So it's the first ever invitational tournament to crown the Asia champions in Pokemon Unite. The top two teams from each regional league will advance to the offline competition in Kuala Lumpur. So we have 3 different regions, which I will go over in a second as well. Right here, we have games every single week. So again, every single week we're going to play. We have 3 groups right here. We have the East Asia League, the Southeast Asia League, and the India League. And the top 2 of those go to a tournament. And then the top 4 of those go to an offline tournament, as far as I'm aware, right here. So it's going to be very, very interesting. So first, we have the East Asia League with 2 teams from Japan. The 2 teams that played at the World Championship got invited to this. Sadly, there's no qualifiers for this because there might be some better Japanese teams right now we don't know about, right? So we have 2 teams from Japan, 2 teams from Korea, and one team from Taiwan. So already insane. Going to be insane games to watch. Then we have the Southeast Asia League. We have a Asia Pacific, the one from the World Championship that qualified. They got an invite spot. We have one from Malaysia, one from the Philippines, one from Thailand, and one from Indonesia, which had an offline tournament as well a few days ago. Right here, which I will talk about in a second as well, because they already showed us draft mode in these tournaments. And then we have the Indian League, which is 5 teams from India, so they're getting their own special region. And then the top 2 teams from all these regions qualify for a bigger tournament for the second stage. Top 2 teams to be selected from each league, and then those top 2 teams fight each other in a round-robin competition, divided into 2 groups, top 2 teams to be selected from each group, and then the final battle between the top 4 in the final tournament stage. Here's the prize money as well down here. So each league has prize money, 5,000 for the first, 2,500 for the second, 1,000 for the third. The final round has 30,000 for the first place. And I also heard that every player is getting paid weekly to play in these tournaments. So something nice on top of it. That's something very interesting. So maybe these teams are going to take it very seriously. But again, sucks we don't have this in Europe or North America, because this might just, maybe this brings Asia back, because we had North America winning the World Championship. So how does it look like? We have a regular season with the first stage, round-robin league matches. So everyone just plays each other one time in a best of 3. So everyone just plays each other once, and that's it. Best of 3 draft mode. The second stage is a simulation tournament. Best of 3, first 2 out of 3 games, and then draft mode required. And the final one is a group stage as well again. Group stage, best of 3, and then we have a simulation tournament. Semifinals, finals, and a best of 5. And again, these are going to be weekly games. It starts in January on the 6th. We have East Asia, Southeast Asia, and India. Every day is going to be in a different region playing. So it's also going to be, I'm not going to miss out on every single region. They're going to be one after another. First we have East Asia on Friday. Then we have Southeast Asia on Saturday, and then India on Sunday. Same again. And I think right here something happening. Is this the Winter Cup? This could be the Winter Cup. We also have the Winter Cup for Japan. This might just be here. I'm not sure, because there's a, nothing here. And then we have India again, and so on and so on. February, same stuff again. Every region plays every single weekend. So, and again, I'm going to cast all of these matches. I'm going to try and cast as many of these as possible. You can check out my YouTube channel as well for casting. It's called CrisHeroes Cast Pokemon Unite. It's linked in the description of my videos always. And you can always check me, because I really want to cast these kind of games, right? It's going to be very interesting to watch. So it ends in February, the group stage. And then in March, we have the final round with group stage and tournament stage. So, very exciting. And draft mode. So right here, we had the Indonesia Open, as I mentioned. And now we can take a look at how draft mode looks like. So both teams have 30 seconds, I think, to ban one. I don't know actually if one team bans first or if they ban at the same time. I haven't even checked out myself yet. So let's see what happens. What are they going to ban? And this is something I've been so excited for, and I hope we get this in ranked as well anytime soon, right? And see how long it takes. I think the draft takes around maybe 2 minutes. So it's not too bad as well if we have it in ranked. I think 2 minutes for a draft is quite reasonable. And yeah, they ban at the same time. So banning at the same time, one team banned Doldrio, the other banned Snorlax. This is also the final spot. So the team that won here qualified for the Asia Championship League. Then we have an Eldegoss first pick. It's actually looking quite clean. 20 seconds for 2 picks right here. So the Eldegoss had 20 seconds to select something. Now these two have 20 seconds to select something. So we get a Mew and Azumarill. This means if one Pokemon is picked as well, the other team can't pick the Pokemon anymore. 20 seconds now, Liz. And you can see it's quite fast. It really doesn't take too much time. I think it literally makes like 2.5 minutes, maybe, if people are very slow at picking. Some people are also going to lock in faster, right? Now we have Rice again picking Gardevoir and a Sableye. And again, this is already so much more exciting than seeing the same Pokemon on both sides over and over again. So it's going to be a huge step for the esports scene. And again, I just hope they also make something for Europe and North America happen. Serena Lucario now on the right side, they're just going full damage. Full on damage. No breaks there. And then we have Rice with one more pick. 2 more picks. You can see it goes quite fast. There's the Gardevoir now. Actually, I picked Ninetales, okay. Ninetales. There's the Gardevoir being selected. I think that team is known for playing Gardevoir. And then we have a Mamoswine as well picked. And now last pick for the right side. They actually just went 5 damage dealers. Insane. So yeah. Maybe you can see another draft. So this is like where the interesting part is, right? Like this is what we want to see when it comes to esports. If they're changing anything for the second game. And yeah, I'm going to be casting all of those matches. And it should be fun. The only problem I see is that teams get invited, right? There was not a qualifier for it. Well, the qualifier was making it to the World Championship, right? But we don't know if those 2 Japanese teams or those 2 Korean teams are still the best. But I hope they at least try their hardest and practice for this league then. Make these games be very high quality. Eldegoss again, this time for the other teams. Eldegoss is currently high priority. Eldegoss is super strong. And yeah, so this is something that could happen in a draft, right? That people try to pick away supports early on, because supports are not... I mean, we have Blissey, we have Eldegoss, we have Mime, so it's quite fine. I would put Eldegoss and Blissey in the same category as like straight up healers, right? Mime is more like a second healer. Still, a Cramorant. It just allows for so many more different things. This also allows you to go for different head items. This allows you to counterpick certain things. Because sometimes there's Pokemon you really want to play, but you don't know who you play against, and then you might just be countered, right, on the enemy team without even knowing it. This just allows us to... enemies you see, and you can just counterpick, and this just allows so many more Pokemon to be played. We're like, oh yeah, this looks so good against this team comp now. I'm gonna play it. It normally doesn't look great. So... and you can see it's much different from the first game already. I think 1 ban might not be enough, though. I would like to see another ban. I think 1 ban per team is not too much, though. But at least we get 10 different unique Pokemon. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it, and I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my casting channel, and I will try to cast as much as I can. See you guys in the next video. Bye!